All right, welcome. First of all, let me start out by telling you this is a live stream, a recording of a live stream, so you'll hear me talking to people in the chat. I'm going to attempt a pour for the first time. I am by no means an expert. This could be a video in what not to do. Anne Ritterhoff, Ridderhof, on YouTube has wonderful videos. And she has them numbered in order so you can learn along the way and watch them in order. She puts about 3 a day. And so if you're wanting to know like the mixtures and what to do and what not to do, she has a lot of videos. This is just my first attempt. So I have mixed my paints, and here's what I've used. I've got Flood, which is the Floetrol, instead of a pouring medium. That's my pouring medium. Then I have assorted paints. Most of them are the Deco Arts. And then I have water. And then I have GAC 800 to stop the crazing or the cracking. And I'm going to add a little bit of treadmill silicone oil in a liquid form in just a few minutes. So I'll kind of go over the colors that I have. She can't come in here, Bob. So I have True Flow Acrylic in white. I bought this off of Amazon because I thought I'll go through a lot of white. It's awful thick. So it's not that it's actually... So I have a white mixed. And you want your paint to flow off the stick. So, and when you add the water slowly. Then I have Deco Arts Tradition Aquamarine with a little bit of the Dazzling Metallics added in Peacock. I have Americana Blue Violet and with a little bit of Dazzling Metallics Ice Blue. Not one, very few of them are just pure color, I'll be honest with you. This one here is a mixture. There is Margarita and Sea Breeze and PBO, green blue. Then I have a yellow, and the yellow is Indian yellow with a little diarrhea yellow. And then I have a mixture of the PBO orange, yellow, and blue, red mixed together, kind of like a coral color. And then for my brown, I didn't really like what I had. It was too red. So it's brown madder, burnt sienna, and raw umber. It's just a mixture of those. So let me put all of the paints aside just to clear some room. And then I painted a canvas with a mixture of the browns. I'm going to put these up so I can clear off the table a little bit. Since it's something that takes some room and can be messy. I have a plastic lid underneath to catch my drips. I know some people have been talking about putting paper underneath, like freezer paper or Yupo paper, and they catch the drips and do stuff with the drips, which eventually I think I'll probably do. Let's add a little bit of treadmill oil. Oh, that's a lot. This bottle drips a lot. I'm not going to add any to the white. And I'll give those a little mix. I may have too much silicone. And I guess the way we'll know that is it will slide off too much or the cells will break up. We'll see. I didn't put any in the white. That bottle really doesn't drop. And I did put some GAC 800 in there. Alright, so I'm just going to take a cup and I'm going to pour from a height. I add some white. And I'm going to add in some turquoise. And I think I'll add the brown next. Now that sounded like what I expected to sound. They are definitely different densities, CB. Let me add some more white. I think the white's too thick. I'm going to add some blue. Not sure I'm going to use that pink in this one. And add some of the green. And add some water to the white. I'm seeing cells. Okay, some white in there. Some more brown. And some more turquoise. And I think I want more of that yellow. Okay. I have about a half a cup. I think that might be enough. All right, and I'm going to give it just a little stir, not too much. All right. Flip the canvas. Flip the cup. Oh. Well, I can tell you I don't like the setting it on the cups. That seems shaky to me. Well, I am seeing cells. I'm not sure I have enough paint. All right, I don't like, I tell you right now, I don't like this. That's not working. I'm going to do what I first was going to use. Actually, I was going to set it down. Torch. Okay. I can hear it. I don't see a flame though. All right. The torch was a bust. Well, I am getting cells. I don't think I did enough paint at all for the size canvas I have. So let's do this real fast. White, turquoise, brown, yellow, green, blue, More white. Give it a little stir. The torch doesn't scare me, but it won't light. I will say I like the flip cup better than the patterns you get when you just pour. Okay, I'm starting to get I'm actually getting paint off the sides, so that's good. I think I need where's my real spatula? Palette knife. Just let it pour and drip. Cover the sides here. Kind of help it on the side over here. I've got more in this cup. Let me pour that. It's definitely messy. Oh. The painty pajamas got more painting. I'm just scraping under the bottom. I really wish my torch worked. May order a different one. Maybe I just didn't order. So I've kind of got a combination of ribbons and dirty pour, kind of, would be what I would say. Yeah, kind of. I'm not hating it. I got all the sides covered, CB. So now it's just a matter of kind of getting the composition the way you like it, right? I have some cells. I think I'd have more cells if the torch worked. All right, I'll leave that like that. Yeah, it looks like marbled paint. It looks like satellite photos, rocks, granite. That's what it reminds me of. Those pants are more painty than they were. I forgot gloves, CB. Okay. So let me look at the torch things. Okay, I filled it earlier, or I think I filled it. Hell, I don't know. I know it's in there. Okay, I can hear the gas coming out, but there's no flame. Use a match? That's what I kind of thought maybe too. Hold on just a second. Bob, do you have a lighter or a match? Can I borrow for a minute?
Oh, somebody threw up.
Oh, okay. Will you, Tay out. Tay out. That doesn't work. I don't know. I think that thing's going back to Amazon. Yeah, it's not. You hear the butane too, right? I tried it, didn't even light with a match. I think we're just going to be happy with the sales that we get torchless. The question is, now I need to find. I was going to set it up. Oh, here it is. It's all down the sides. It kills me to waste this paint. All this goodness right here. Oh, I know what I can do. I have a different tub that's skinnier. Okay, it's sitting, and I'm going to set it under the table so that I won't knock it off and let it dry. Is there something we can do? Yeah. Once you light it, you need to keep the button pushed down. Yeah, but I don't know. I think I'm going to return it and get a different one. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we could use it somehow though. Like with those. I don't think I have should I just do another? I think I have enough paint maybe to do like a negative ribbon one with the black. No, I just don't like to waste paint. I have the pink. I still have a little bit of paint left. So let's try this one, but we'll just do one of those ones that's kind of like a ribbon. It's not really much paint. Yeah, because you saw him really pour a lot of paint, didn't you, Eileen? All right, I'm going to try the two glasses just because I don't know what else to do right now. All right, take another glass. I have no Yupo, Eileen. We used it all. Okay, so there's our white. A little bit left in there. Let's use this pink. And there's some blue. And we'll use this yellow. We'll just do a ribbon with this one, because there won't be enough paint to probably cover. It's a mixture, Jennifer. It is mostly craft paint, little bit of PBO, and I have Floetrol, silicone, treadmill oil. I should just use this white cup. Okay. There's a lot of this pink too. It'll be dominant in this one. But that might be pretty on the black. Okay. Get what green is left. Get what brown is left. I'm not too unhappy, considering it was like my first try at mixing the paints and pouring and I think the paints are maybe were a tad too thick still in some colors. Okay. Last little bit of the white. There might be a little turquoise left. Okay. I think that's pretty much all the paints. Give it a little mix there. All right, and then we'll just do all right, and then I'm gonna let it go off this end. And off here. Yeah, it's really hard to keep your sense of where you are. And I'm just picking up, I need a bigger palette knife, I think. I think I want one of those cake ones. If I had the torch, we could use the swipe. Okay, now I think there's some globs in here. I think there's some globs of paint. That I'm finding. Taking it over the edge here, but not everywhere. The brown is got something in it that clumped. Damn it. I'm gonna let it tilt and run. I have nothing to lose. This is just, like I said, I'm just trying to see what it does. And I'm just trying to put some of the paint on this end just so it can pour. Yeah, there's definitely some clumps of the brown is clumped. I'm gonna get some of this that wasn't mixed, like when it fell and it's not, it's still got cells, to try to push it over the edge. Get it to move a little bit more. Because if I had the right tool, this is a pour. It is by no means, first time doing it, don't know what I'm doing, just experimental. Playing with the paints and seeing about the consistencies. Like I said, there's definitely clumps of brown in this one. And if I disturb it too much, then I'll lose all the goodness. See, that paint was more mixed. It's starting to just be a green mixture on the bottom here. But for the edges and stuff, I think it's fine. It's darker than I wanted. But I know one of the things I could do if I had the right tool and the torch was like I could do a swipe on it, right, CB? Okay, everything is covered except for one corner. There's another corner that's... Okay, let's set it down. Let's see if I can get anything out. Just to break up that green. There. It's not, like I said, I'm not unhappy. You did a swipe without the torch? Okay, well. CB, can I let it dry and then do a swipe later on it, or no? It has to be wet. Should I make a white? Eileen was at a class. Debbie's just been watching YouTube. Yeah, I tried to get my torch to work, but it's a no-go. See, it's I need to not get it dirty with paint because I think I'm going to return it as a bust. No swipe? Yeah, I know it takes 24 hours to dry. What I'm saying is, should I try to do a swipe on this one now while it's wet? But I don't have one of those big palette knives. I do have something like this. Yeah, it has to be wet. So should I mix white paint and try to do a swipe across this on one end? We have nothing to lose, right? It's only time. Eileen says it's not a lot of paint. It's only paint. Have you, Carol? The no is about letting it dry, yeah. Okay, so there's some white paint, some water. You have to add the water in little bits. Cells are, well, I don't have a lot of cells, but cells are little circles that crop up from the silicone oil. This one, the problem with it is the stupid brown paint had some clumps. Yeah, I don't like my torch that I bought. It won't light. Well, if you were here and we could make the... Eileen, just get your camera out. Bust it out, girl. Well, this is the leftover paint that I had. The first one, I'll show it to you in a minute. It's sitting over to the side. There's some cells in it. Leave the clumps. But what I'm thinking about doing with the ones I don't like is painting something or collaging something on them where there'll be a background. Okay, now I'm going to add some flood to this. And you do have to shake the flood. It's Floetrol. You do have to shake that. Adding some more water. Yeah, bust out that camera, Eileen. Okay. Like I said, this is maybe more what not to do. You're not, well, I don't have any paint on the floor. I do have paint on me. I keep putting it off turning it, and it's off of my tray. So I did get drops on me, but I'm wearing painty pajamas. I was prepared. All right, I'll put some silicone oil in the white. I think it needs more water. Anne Marie Ritterhoff is like amazing. You will just watch for hours and hours, Jennifer. But you got to go back and start like at video. She numbered the videos. So you have to go back to some of the beginning ones if you're really interested in doing it. If you just want to watch her pour and create really neat things, she has some videos where she just did pours. Okay. So the white's looking good. All right. I like this. And I kind of like this. Okay, I'm going to get my... Like I said, I don't have a big palette. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. I mean, I am getting cells. Let me try. I thought if it looked like water, like the foam on the ocean, maybe. I am getting cells over here. I wish I had a torch. Pressing down too hard, yeah, because I think I don't have the right. Wish I had something. That might be a little bigger. That might be better. Okay. May just let some of that white run. More organically, maybe. I have no idea. I think I've just made it worse, personally. It's really muddy now. I don't have a squeegee, no. I've seen her use a squeegee. I don't, that's why I didn't think I don't have anything, I don't think I really have anything big enough. Okay, this is a crazy idea, but I'm going to do it. Because I don't like this, so what? Alright, this is cobalt teal fluid acrylic in the white that's already mixed. Trying to make it look like a river, maybe. Okay, let's see if we wipe this off. I am getting some lacing. piece of acrylic paper. Well, it's the same white, so yeah, I'm getting some cells and some lacing where I moved it. Tip it. And run it off the edge. This is where you need a sink in your room. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have enough. I don't have. CB needs to bust out her camera for that one. I can't say I'm hating it. It kind of reminds me of icebergs. I'm getting some of the paint off the drips off the bottom. Though the white and that turquoise were a better consistency, I think I had. I haven't, Jamie. I know people have. I don't have any freezer paper. This is my first pours. I'm just literally winging it. And my torch wouldn't work. So it's got some pretty colors in it. I feel like it needs to go off this edge more. Kind of think I want all this area to be this blue, the light blue. So I think I'm gonna mess with it, which is probably a mistake. And I've got some blue that fell off the side. I just want to get more blue in there. I actually like the blue. tilt. I know you can't see it very well. Okay. Trying to find some pure blue and white that's down in here with my palette knife. I know you can't see it, sorry. And get more blue right in this area. Okay. Okay, getting the paint off the bottom. Cut up. Oh, I'll need to wipe some of the paint. Because what I think I'm going to do, I actually like this. Now it kind of reminds me, this reminds me of the ocean, like coming up on the coast. And I might do a painting on top of it. What is Eileen into? Yeah, I don't think I have anything I need. I'm gonna get, as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna order me one of those big cake knives or go to Michael's and buy one with a coupon. I knew that's what I would want. But I'm not totally displeased with this one now. I mean, I know it's got a lot of mud looking color in it. But I kind of like the lacing up. That's what that's called. I like this lacing up here. So this looks like the land and that this is the water. And I'm thinking that maybe some dolphins or turtles or something, maybe painted on it, might look cool. But I'm not, like it was leftover paint. Tonight was just about playing. Part of my plan is to do some background pours. All right, let me put about 6, 7 cups, several sticks. Later, 2 pours. Putting all the palette knives in the water. All right, let me shift. I'm just trying to get some of the excess out of the way. This one is not sitting very sturdy right now. I think I just don't like the little cups are too flimsy. And so I'm gonna lift that up. And I'm going to use these little cans. I'm just going to leave that paint right there. I'm going to leave these cans and set it down like that. I just hit the bottom of it. All right, let me move this one out of the way. And I'll show you the other one we did. Let me set this one down on the floor. Back over here. Here's the first one we did, which was my colors. And it's got cells. It would have more cells if I could have torched it, probably. But it's got some, like this is real pretty over here. I wish I could torch right along here. I can try this one more time. Yeah, I added the GAC 800 to it to help prevent crazing. I can even see a couple places in that brown. That one brown had some issues, one of the browns. Okay. Let's read this stupid box again. To fill the tank, turn it upside down and push it. To ignite, turn the gas release knob counterclockwise, then press the trigger. This is just supposed to adjust the flame. This right here is supposed to adjust the flame. This is turn the gas on. This is the trigger. I know there's butane in it because you can hear it. I may understand why that one girl uses that lighter thing. Okay, let's try it again. I can hear it. All I'm doing is letting gas out into the air. Even when I tried the lighter, I heard it that time. Oh, we had it for a minute. It may be too late for cells. Getting some little ones. All right, I'm gonna go down while it's working. I don't think it made that much a difference. But it did, at least it went over it and it could have released any air bubbles. I do think there's some more cells, but it's a little bit late to create the cells, right? I'll have to play with it. I may get a different one too that maybe works a little easier. Because she doesn't use a lighter when Anne-Marie does it. I need a fire extinguisher too if I'm going to do the torch. But I'm not unhappy with this for the first try. You know, I don't think it's... There are cells. It's basically the colors that I thought. I didn't put enough paint in the flip cup for this size canvas for the Dirty Pour, the flip cup. So I have ribbons in both of them, which I'm not wild about the ribbons. I did try it on the newer one. Let me move this and I'll flip it out and show it to you. Oh, paint on the floor. Son of a... I gotta get that off. Pretty paint. Not good though. All right, let me get that real fast because this is a rental house and it wasn't on my rug. That tray's not. I don't care if it gets paint on my rug. That was pretty paint too. Alright. Here's what the torch did, if anything, to this one. Yeah, I'm pleased for my first time mixing the paints, not knowing what I'm doing. Apparently not having all the equipment I thought I did. You know, there's just things you think about and then you're like, oh, yeah, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of the big cake knife. But I am pleased with the first results. Let me put that one on the ground back where the other one was. It is messy. I mean, see, there's the drips just from lifting that up here. That tray's too narrow for that size canvas. And it drips off the sides afterwards way more than I probably realized. All right, let me clean up and then alright. Need a new baby wipe container. But not too, like I said, not too bad considering. It'll be interesting to see how they dry. And like I said, then I may put something on them. I might add a painting on top of them or a collage, a piece on top of them. All right. I will be right back. I'm going to stop the recording real quick.